Hello, Tyler. How are you?
How you doing, Hardik?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm doing good so far. Really, I'm keeping busy. My grandfather had hip surgery a couple weeks ago.
Your voice is breaking.
Oh, my
Can you repeat
grandpa.
what?
Is my connection good?
Yeah, I couldn't hear what you said.
I'm keeping busy. My grandfather had hip surgery a couple weeks ago, so
Oh,
I'm helping him around the house.
so I will show you the deities. Can you see?
I can see him. Okay.
Today is Chaitanya
Oh.
Mahaprabhu's birthday. He is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We will bathe them. He is Prabhupada. Can you see him?
I'm seeing them. Yes. The Prabhupada. That looks
Yes.
great.
Yeah, so we have a guest speaker from Florida, and he's also very senior. He's been practicing Krishna consciousness since like many decades. So I mean, if you have to go, then you can leave. But I would recommend you to be for his talk because he will explain who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and how important it is to understand him, especially in present moment.
I mean, do you know how long it would take?
So
Just like
his talk will start at 1:45 till 2:30.
till what time?
Till 2:30.
Okay.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Until then, we will do kirtan
That'll be good.
because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu likes kirtan. He is the one who inaugurated.
Well, I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. What was that?
So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan movement before 500 years, and he is Krishna himself. So this birthday is non-different from Krishna's birthday. I'll just take some pictures, beautiful pictures.
And did you set that up yourself?
No,
Did you
these
set that up?
deities are Syam Pyari. Do you know
I'm sorry, what'd you
Syam
say?
Pyari? Syama. Syama. Have you met her before?
Uh,
You
I
met
don't.
on the UA Tuscaloosa program. Yeah, you
I might
probably
have.
you did remember because it's like probably
Yeah, it's
like
been like a
10
year.
months
I
or
might have
something.
seen her, but
Yes, but she will join, so you will see her.
are y'all still doing the program at UA?
Not in pandemic.
No.
We want to start, but they will not let us start, you know. Or I should sit that way so you can. I took the picture. How's your school?
What would you say?
How is your school going? Your classes?
Yeah. It's keeping me busy. It's like I have work to do every
Your
day. It seems.
classes?
They're doing good. Yeah. So it's a lot of work. Yeah. It's like I've been doing an
Yeah.
online class. We've never gotten a break, but that's because
And it,
the last week of April is the last day of school. So they skipped breaks and then we're getting out of school early.
and the load will increase semester by semester. You know, it won't be free. I'm trying to find a PowerPoint to share. Here, here. So this is the schedule. So we will start the kirtan. Till every other person devotees also joins. विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादे पाश्चात्य शतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादे पाश्चात्य शतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण
Everyone is trying. Oh, Padma. Hi, Tyler. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
Hey, Krishna. Hey, Hardik.
Hey,
Is it possible to send the what would you say, the kirtans to me? I wasn't familiar with those, so I was just saying
yeah, I
that
will
Hare
send. That
Krishna.
was the glorifying Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. I will share to our group.
I wasn't familiar with that one, so I was doing the Hare Krishna.
Yeah, now we will start Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Sachinandana, 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 Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Radhe, Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Radhe, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hare Bol. Bol Premanande, Hari, Hari Bol. Thank you everyone for joining the most auspicious appearance of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. So we have our guest speaker joined, His Grace Pran Govind Prabhu. Intro.
How are you doing?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you
Hare
very much for
Krishna.
again giving us your valuable association and accepting this invitation to speak on the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Today it's actually usually we normally what we do is we celebrate, if it is during a weekday we celebrate on the weekend, but today it is falling on the exact day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, and we are so blessed to have you on this day for this talk. Please kindly start your lecture on the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Thank you, Mother Shama Priyari Devidasi. You are very kind. Hardik Prabhu is very kind to give me opportunity to serve you all. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
To join with your laptop so we can see you. So, Prabhu, you told you wanted to sing Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, I will share the screen first. We will read the translation.
Okay. Maybe we can read the translation first.
Yes.
So we have a feeling while we are singing.
Yes, Prabhu.
You can read the translation. You all can.
Yes. So I will read the first one. My dear Lord Chaitanya, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your Lordship within these three worlds? Tyler, you want to read the second?
Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen souls, but I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is first. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I'm most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, then I may also become happy.
My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me. O Swarupa Damodar, personal secretary of Lord Chaitanya, O six Goswamis, O Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. O Lokanath Goswami, my beloved spiritual master, Narottama Das also prays for your mercy. 108. O Srinivas Acharya, successor of the six Goswamis, please be merciful to me. Narottam Das always desires the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti.
Thank you.
I don't have to admit it.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Sri
Karo More Sri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Karo More
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Tuma bina ki dayalu jagat samsare. Tuma
bina dayalu jagat samsare.
Patita pavana hetu Kabaya avatar
Patita pavana hetu
Masamapatita Prabhu na paibe
Ita Prabhu na paibe
Aha Prabhu Nitananda Premananda Sukhi Aha Prabhu Nitananda
Prabhu
Kripa Balokana Karo Yami Bara Dukhi Kripa Balokana Daya Karo Sitapati Adaita Gosai Daya Aba Kripa Bole Chaitanya Nitai Taba Kripa
Bole pai Chaitanya
Aha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghuna Aha Swarup Sanatana Ruga Raghuna Trijiva Bhatta Juga Sri Jiva Prabhu Lokana Bhatta Juga Daya Kara Sri Acharya Prabhu Srinivas
Daya
Prabhu Srinivas
Ramachandra Sangamage Narottamada Ramachandra Sangamage Ramachandra Sangamage Narottamada Ramachandra Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai Krishna Binda ki jai Nitai Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. So today I was going to begin with who is God or what is God and why does he descend to this material world and what is his mission and how it is relevant to us, and we'll conclude with that. So first of all, we are going to invoke the mercy, because by the mercy and our endeavor together, we can accomplish in spiritual progress. So please join together. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Ghenanjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Pada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitham Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Nitamsha. Now I am requesting all of you to collect some flower, subtle, with your subtle body. Virtually, we are going to offer Puspanjali to each person, beginning with Prabhupada. You can offer flower at their lotus feet as we are keep on chanting. This meditation is necessary. This way you burn out your impurities on this auspicious day. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitina Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavade Paschatadeshitarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Sri Varshavanavi Devi Daitaya Kripa Daye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhupe Namo Madhurja Ujjala Premadha Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahayo Namastate Namaste Gauravani Srimurtaye Dinatarine Virta Pasiddhanta Danta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambar Sambode Padambu Jayate Namo. Now Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada said he actually revived the Mahaprabhu's movement, so let's offer beautiful garland and flower at his lotus feet. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandana Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayati. Then Jagannath Das Babaji, who actually confirmed the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by jumping up from his basket when he was over 100 years old. Namo Gauravirbhava Bhumestam Nirdishta Sajjano Priyo Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannathayate Namo. Let us offer our obeisances and flower to all those Vaishnavas and Acharyas all over the world, all the ISKCON devotees who are glorifying Lord Chaitanya today. Vancha kalpa taruvesya kripa sindhu vacha
Pati Pavana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Now finally the Panchatattva. Namo Panchatatmatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavatar Bhaktaksham Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Now special garland to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahabadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurapati. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give us Krishna, Mother, Sambandha Gyan, Ovidya Gyan and Prayojan Gyan. So let's offer flower to all those three deities by under Mahaprabhu's guidance. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Jayatam Surato Pangur Mama Manda Mater Gati Matsarvasa Padam Bujo Radha Madana Mohano Dibbad Brindarana Kalpadrumada Srimad Ratnagar Singhasanasto Shri Radha Shila Govinda Devo Pristali Bisi Mamanusmarami Iman Rasarambi Bangshibata Tatastita Karshana Benu Sanere Gopi Gopinato Siyastana. Until Mahaprabhu came, Madhavendra Puri is the first one who established to worship Krishna through Radharani. Before Madhavendra Puri, nobody knew. Everybody has a Krishna deity, Krishna temple, no Radha Krishna temple. So we must offer a special flower under Mahaprabhu's and the garland to Srimati Radharani. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Devi Krishnamayi Prakta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Pura. Now the Tulsi Maharani, who is the gatekeeper of Golok Vrindavan, our connector, she connects everything. Without offering Tulsi, Krishna never accepts anything. So we must bow to her lotus feet and offer a beautiful garland to her also. Brindaye Tulsi Devaye Priyaye Kesavasya cha Krishna Bhakti Pade Devi Sattva-bhakti Namo Namo. Finally, the Panchatattva. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. What did Panchatattva came to give? Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times and offer flower to the Mahamantra. Mahamantra is a form also. Krishna's form is not an English word or a Sanskrit word. It's a beautiful form, the most merciful form. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. So I like to welcome all of you. Somebody's need to be muted. Hardik Prabhu, can you mute everyone so that, okay, please. Dear devotees,
Lower your volume. Prabhu, you are muted.
I hear some sound coming, so it's very difficult. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hardik.
Okay.
Yes.
She needs to hear.
Some music of Prabhupada's voice is coming.
Oh, yes. I will.
Sorry for inconvenience. Please, please forgive us.
Everyone, please fold your hand and repeat after me the most important verse. Who is God and how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita depicts Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's position. So we'll begin with this. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. In case if you want to learn this, I think it's good to have memorize this verse. Adilila chapter 1, text 3. Repeat after me. Jat Advaitam
Jat Advaitam
Brahma Upanishadi
Brahma
Brahma
Upanishadi
Upanishadi
Tad Apasya Tad Api Asya
Tadapasya
Tanubha. I'm sorry, how I get it? Tanubha
Tvanubha
Ja Atma Antarjami
Ja Atma Antarjami
Purusha
Purusha
Saangsha
Saangsa
Vibhava
Vibhavam
Sara Aisarja
Saraisvarya
Purna
Purna
Jaiha
Jaiha
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Sayam Ayam
Swayamayam
Na Chaitannat
Na Chaitanya
Krishna Jagati
Krishna Jagati
Paratattam
Paratatvam
Paramiha.
Paramiha.
Thank you. Jad Advaitam Brahma Upanishadi Tadupasya Tanubha Ja Atmantarjami Purusho Sahasangsa Vibhava Saraisharja Purna Bhagavan Ja Sayamayam Na Chaitannat Krishna Jagati Paratattam Paramiha. Srila Prabhupada translated that when the Upanishad described as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as the Super Soul is but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with six opulences. He is the absolute truth. No other truth is greater than or equal to him. If you know any other truth beside this sloka, you are in illusion. Well, you may say, well, how can you say such thing? Because that's what our Acharya established. Now, let me tell you what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's position. Jat Advaita Brahma Upanishadi. Where do you exist? First of all, you may think like I exist in Tuscaloosa or Alachua or America or India. No, you don't. You live by your subtle body, where your mental body, where your focus is. If you're thinking of a movie, you live in that movie right now. If you think of Lord Chaitanya, you live in him. We don't live by our physical body. At night, you have experience. In the dream, you travel, you go somewhere. So existence, try to understand, existence is by the awareness. If I ask you, how do you prove you exist? You can only say by your awareness that right now you listen in class and you are aware that you exist because you are hearing it and you are aware this is America. So your awareness, this awareness is called Nirvishesh Brahman. That Nirvishesh Brahman exists because Lord Chaitanya, his body is holding all the existence. Krishna ek sarvasray, Krishna sarvadham, Krishna sairya sarva vishwara vishram. The entire material spiritual existence exists because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without him, there is no other existence. Physical body is only limited by particular space or time. But you do not exist by physical body. You exist by your subtle body. And the subtle body exists because of the soul. When you have a feeling, you love someone or you have a feeling, where is this feeling coming from? From the body or the mind? Neither. It's coming from the consciousness because you are a conscious being. This entire existence, everything running because of the consciousness behind. You'll never see some bricks piled up in one place and build a building. No, there is a conscious being, designed and built, not matter has any existence separately. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first understanding is that everything exists because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, number one. Second, whatever you are perceiving or experiencing in life, right now you're seeing me in the Zoom. How do you see this? Because through the Rajagun, your senses are made. Through the Tamagun, an object, computer, body exists, produced by Tamagun. And the perception that you perceiving me, even hearing me, these are by Sattvagun. These three modes are playing. And these three modes are not on their own. They are interdependent. That is called super soul. Just like in the stage, the play is going on. Nobody sees the director behind the stage. Director runs the whole thing. Similarly, the super soul runs the whole material, material creation, but nobody sees. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ja Atma Antarjami. He's Antarjami. He's allowing me to speak. Right now, you have no power to even hear. Because he's allowing you to hear, you can hear. Because he's allowing me to speak, I can speak and you can hear. Try to understand. That is also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That verse says, Ja Atmantarjami Purusha Sahasangsa Vibhava Taraishwarja Purna Bhagavan Ja Swayamayam. Everybody is looking for happiness. Everybody is looking for pleasure. Because this word, pleasure, happiness, it exists, it experiences, it's realized because Krishna exists, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exists. He is the embodiment of all unlimited opulences, sweetness, beauty, even awareness, knowledge, even detachment, even inconceivable power. Everything comes because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exists. Can you exist without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? No, impossible. Even the word you are saying, even the word I'm saying, that can you exist, it's only by his sanction. It's all by his sanction you can even hear. You can even think. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So why did he appear? Well, there is many reasons, but in a shorter version, I will ask everybody, if you want to understand Mahaprabhu, you repeat after one sloka. Chaitanya Charitamrita gives, very secret. I'll read the translation first of Prabhupada. It's 14.1 Adilila. Things in your life, anything that difficult to do becomes easy to execute if somehow or other you remember Lord Chaitanya. And if one does not remember him, I really want you to pay attention. If you don't remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even easy things becomes very difficult, impossible. So to this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. So just imagine you paying obeisances while you chanting that mantra. Repeat after me. Kathanchan smite jasmin
Smite Jasmin
tuskaram
Puskaram
sukaram bhavet
Sukaram bhavet
Vismrite
Ismiriste
Viparitam
Viparitam
Syat
Syat
Sri Chaitanyam
Sri Chaitanyam
Namamitam.
Namamitam.
I give you a little pastimes. I'm going to blend it because of the time. There is a great devotee named Srivas Thakur. He is one of the Panchatattva. In order to approach the absolute truth, today I'm sure you are aware, you can approach the absolute truth one of the 6 ways. And we'll discuss about those 6 ways in a few minutes. But I'm going to explain you very interesting how merciful this Lord Chaitanya is. There is a great Pandit, big Brahmana, big scholar, big tantric. They want to get also love. Love, the word love. Love of Godhead is after. First love. Love comes from consciousness, conscious being. Love is not exist in the dead matter. Try to understand this. Does not come from the body, does not come from the mind or intelligence. It comes from the soul, the feeling. So there was a Muslim tailor. He, first of all, he's not supposed to drink wine, but he was drinking wine, and he teaches tailoring job of Srivas Thakur's house. Big family, 4 brothers, they have a wife, and so many thousands of devotees comes to their house because he's so kind, he feeds everybody. And wonderful gathering. This tailor, he does everyday tailoring job. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw, because he is simple devotee. Simple devotee means he's accepting and he has a faith, even though he's a Muslim. He does not argue. He does not have a false pride to say, I want to see God if there is God. I deserve it. I did so much austerity. I am great. No, nothing. He is very simple Muslim fella. He just come and doing stitching. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu notice his simple, sincere service attitude. Mahaprabhu immediately gave him love of God. This Muslim guy is such a fortunate that he immediately started raising hand and crying for Krishna, rolling on the ground. And Srivas Thakur, seeing this, what is going on here? He asked Lord Chaitanya, what is going on? Lord Chaitanya say, I'm not sure. Your Muslim tailor is now a great Bhabuk Bhakta. He's a Rashik Bhakta. And he went back to his village. This Muslim wife did not know what happened to her husband. She said, what happened? Why are you crying? He said, I'm crying for Allah, God, Krishna. So why are you crying? You never did this. What's going on? She grabbed him. She started chanting. She's also raised hand. They said, how Krishna? The children said, what happened to our parents? They came and grabbed the parents. They also started grabbing. They went outside, they're chanting, dancing. All the neighbor Muslim, they all came. They said, what's going on? Something not normal. It's something ghost or some evil, something. They come and touch. Hey, what's going on? Why are you crying? Say, I'm crying for God. They touched them. They also started. One by one, whole village got delivered. One shot through this one Muslim tailor. But there was a scholar, Gopal Chapal, you all know the story. He's a big tantric, he's very proud. He said, if Muslim can get, anybody can get, I can get, I'm a big guy, but he's not allowed. He's not allowed. We cannot understand God through argument and logic, through scientific proof. We have to come as a sincere seeker. If you have a humble attitude, service attitude, you really want to know God, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu especially, you are allowed. If you want to show off your scholarship, you want to argue, you will be deprived. This Gopal Chapal had to suffer with leprosy. There is another Brahmana. There's so many pastimes like this. So this verse says that Kathanchan Smrite Jasmin Duskaram Sukaram Bhavet. We cannot put argument, logic to understand God. We have to be simple, sincere seeker. Yes, I want to understand what is God, who is God, how is God. Then Krishna will reveal, Mahaprabhu will reveal. Mahaprabhu is so kind. Of course, it requires surrender. Now I'm going to explain you how did he deliver this world in that time. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time all the living entity delivered. But in order to be delivered, if I ask you a question, can you imagine, Hardik Prabhu, you are a poor beggar? Just imagine. I know you're a rich devotee, but just imagine for a moment you are a poor beggar. Can you pretend at least? You are so poor that you have to be in the street corner, look for some alms. But you never went to school. You never know how the banking, financial world runs. I don't know, maybe it will be difficult for you to understand. Because you are rich, you have a bank account, you have all this. But just imagine if you didn't know anything. Then one time, all of a sudden, Bill Gates just passed by. I don't know why, but he will pass by that road, and he saw you. He wrote a $1 billion check and gave it to you. You never know what the value of the check because you never went to bank. You don't even know what bank is. You come back your home, you got few bread, some water, and your children, they say, what else did you get? That's all. Oh, there is a paper. And they see that, what is this paper? It's not even toy. It's worthless, less than a toy, but it's $1 billion. Now you go to sleep. And in the sleep, you're still lying down on the bed, you're thinking, I'm so poor, I'll never get out. This is the situation of the conditioned soul right now. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with $1 billion check, but people are ignorant. So those were, question came that Mahaprabhu gave this love of Godhead all over the world. He garlanded love of Godhead with the holy name. So are you in the world? If you are in the world, then you must be in ecstasy with the love of Godhead. And if you are not in the world, where are you? This is a self-exam. You don't have to answer me. You ask yourself an exam. So then somebody asked the question to me that how to understand that Columbus was there discovering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time in America. There are many instances we see that not everybody got delivered. Well, it's a very simple answer. You may have $1 billion check from Bill Gates, Hardik Prabhu, but you have to be educated. That $1 billion, you cannot do anything. Even you cannot buy a bread with $1 billion check. And nobody will even believe it. I tried this, not with $1 billion check, but in Vrindavan 2 years back with Ekalabha Prabhu, who just got sannyas today. Very beautiful. That I had a big ruby, 2 lakhs rupees. And I shown this to Rickshawala. I said, how much from here to Louis Bazaar, from Krishna Balaram Temple, ISKCON to Louis Bazaar? He said, 100 rupees. I said, no, less. So anyway, 80 rupees. Just bargaining for nothing. We just wanted to test. And then I shown him this gem, which is 200,000 rupees. Not even 100 rupees. I'm talking 200,000 rupees. We said, me and Akalum said, will you take this? This is what 2 lakhs, 200,000 rupees. You can have it. Just take us to Louis Bazaar. He looked at it. Said, I don't need this. This is my children plays with it. He wants 100 rupees, not 200,000 rupees. Now you may say, why is that? How is that? First of all, he's not educated about the gem. Second of all, he does not have a faith on my word. This is called self-exam. You have to examine your heart right now. How much you have faith on Mahaprabhu's word, Prabhupada's word, you will get. Those who are sleeping or dreaming or deep sleep, they miss Mahaprabhu's. They will still miss because the flood is still going on. But those who are awake, aware, they will get love of God. Try to understand this. So it's not a confusion. Why, if the love of Godhead is everywhere, why everybody is not in love of Godhead? It's a personal choice to wake up. Majority people, Prabhupada says, are pretender. They don't want to wake up. So how are you going to wake them up? They don't want to. Well, sorry. There are many examples in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time that they did not want to wake up. That's why Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada said, he did not give something which he gave in South India, didn't give his hometown. Nityananda Prabhu had to come to give it. Why? Because people are argumentative. They don't want to believe what Nimai Pandit says. They don't want to accept. They will give a reference of their own scriptures, just like in this world. I believe this, I don't need this. They literally tell you, I don't need Hare Krishna philosophy, I need this. I believe this, I believe this. People has their own idea. 6 types of people will never get, unfortunately. But the Hare Krishna devotees, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, they are so tricky, not in a bad sense, good sense, that they distribute prasadam. Just like Radhanath Maharaj told a story. He went to university preaching, and somebody said, oh, he is the biggest, there is a biggest atheist professor coming to hear. So Maharaj offered him a cookie. He said, please, this is a purified spiritual food. Oh, no, I don't want to take anything. He said, sir, this is made by my mother. It's her birthday. It will be a good feeling my mother will hear if I tell her that all the professor took the cookies. All right, I'll take for the sake of your mother. So that's a trick. Of course, Maharaj said he didn't lie because all the Matajis in the temple are mother anyway. He's a sannyasi. He didn't lie in that sense. Like this, the devotees are very trickery way they are bringing atheist Mayavadi back to Krishna consciousness. Normally they will not come. Even you give them, because they are not educated, they are ignorant, they are very proud. Mahaprabhu's time, same thing happened. Even though Mahaprabhu came to give it, distribute freely, but when he was chanting in Srivas Thakur house, the door had a deadbolt. You can see Prabhupada's translation. It's a deadbolt. Deadbolt means nobody can open unless you have the key, unless Mahaprabhu allows. So how do you approach Mahaprabhu? You can approach Mahaprabhu in a 6 way. First is, we have to be aware who is Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is Rashabdim. There is a 5 ashray. Please remember this. 5 shelter you have to take in order to experience Panchatattva, Mahaprabhu's mercy in your life. First ashray, first shelter is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is a Bhakta Rupa, original form of devotee. Why Supreme Lord come as a Bhakta, as a devotee? Because highest happiness experience, not as a God. Adi Lila chapter 6, 111, you can look at that verse. Not as a God, but as a devotee of God. That's why God even wants to become devotee of God. Adharani get the highest happiness. Why? Because she is the #1 servant of God. Radha Dasi Bhik Mange Ite Ki Bishoy. Radha Dasi. Srimati Radharani herself think, how can I serve Krishna the best way? Bhakta Gane, Avatar Ganer Sab Bhakta Bhav Adhikar, Bhakta Bhav Hoite Adhik Sukh Nahi Aar. Chaitanya Chaitamrita says that there is no higher happiness than in the mood of devotee. So why you want to become God for? It's a foolish idea. It's such a loving way Mahaprabhu made everybody else as a servant. You can actually experience the highest experience ever you will get if you come to a genuine servant of the servant. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first ashray is called Rasa ashray. Rasa ashray means he is the reservoir of all rasa, transcendental mellow. Not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a rasa. He is the. Try to understand this. I have $1 million, but if you cut my body, you will not get a penny because the dollar is not in the inside my body. But in Mahaprabhu's case, not that he has a reservoir of mellow. He is the reservoir. His body is the reservoir of mellow. Everything that any happiness in this creation or spiritual creation that people are experiencing, devotees are experiencing, or karmis are experiencing here, it's all coming from Mahaprabhu's body. So this is called Rasa Ashray. Second is Nityananda Prabhu. He's called Prema Ashray. Prema Ashray means he always distributing Krishna consciousness. He has the key. Mahaprabhu is the treasure, but somebody has to have a key to open it. That is called Guru. If you do not have a shelter of a Guru, shelter of Prabhupada, if you do not have a shelter of Vaishnava, you don't have shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, and there is no access. You will be going around for million life, like a little ant going around the honey bottle, Prabhupada says. Eventually, he will give up Krishna consciousness. Why? Because he never drank the honey. He did not know how to open the cap and go inside. And once those ants goes inside, they never come out because it's overwhelming. They eat and eat and eat and they just live there forever. Similarly, once you become Krishna conscious, once you start getting the taste, you will never go to material enjoyment, never go anything. But we have to come to that point, come to experience that. How? Through the mercy of Vaishnava Guru, Nityananda Prabhu. When Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya, his brother Balaram descended as Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Balaram is the first expansion of Krishna. All subsequent divine expansion come from him. Their main function to create and maintain the material universe. Just as Balaram lovingly serves Krishna in Vrindavan, Nityananda Prabhu identifies also one of the Shavak, but he is the number one servant. Guru is the number one. You have to think, your Guru, whoever it is, Srila Prabhupada is number one servant of Mahaprabhu by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. You have to think like this. Third, what is Gadadhar Prabhu? Bhava Ashray. Bhava Ashray means favorable attitude to serve Sri Krishna. In order to get Krishna consciousness, you have to have a favorable attitude. Dear devotees, this favorable attitude is eternal. It is not like you have to develop for temporary and after you get it, you go back to the tough, rough guy. No. Favorable attitude is eternal. Our heart, when endowed with faith, it blossoms like a beautiful flower plant. It gives fragrance. Each soul, each of us, Mahaprabhu taught, each of us are very loving. You may not feel loved sometime in your life, but you can never say you are not lovable. You are eternally lovable. You may feel like not loved. I don't feel loved. Okay, that's possible in material world. That is true. But you are always lovable, Mahaprabhu says. In order to experience that lovable and love, you have to have a good faith on Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings and practice every day. then what happened? You, the soul, becomes like a beautiful flower. Your heart becomes so flower, like a fragrant, attracts everyone. You feel an object of affection by other devotees. When you see a great advanced devotee, why do we feel attracted? Because their heart is becoming genuine, pure. Each of us, our heart also has to become pure. How? By the mercy of Gadadhar Prabhu. That's called Bhava Ashray. Very important. Gadadhar Prabhu is Srimati Radharani in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. When Krishna assumed the position of Radharani, she comes to watch how he does it. If you know, in Gambhira, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was experiencing every day, but no Gadadhar Prabhu. Radharani was not there because he took the mood of Radharani. Gadadhar Prabhu was not there, and there is a reason why. Because what if that expression of Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani, he expressed such an intense, Gadadhar Prabhu may say, hey, you took my mood, you experienced things, this is mine. The whole thing will be messed up. So Gadadhar Prabhu never went there. He always lives little far distance in Tota Gopinath temple. In Gambhira, who was there? Lalita Vishaka, Sarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai. Mahaprabhu is experiencing in that mood, intense separation, Vipralambe Vispurti, Madanakya Mahabhav, all those very exalted, ecstatic symptom. Materially, we cannot understand. It is the highest happiness. Even normal happiness in spiritual bhakti, Prabhupada says, you have to multiply 1,000 trillion times of Brahmananda, which is 100 times more than Prajapatinanda, which is 100 times more than demigods, which is 100 times more than forefather planet, which is 100 times more than. As a human being, what you can get the highest happiness. So we cannot imagine how zillion times, trillion times that happiness experience. We should be greedy. That is the only qualification you need, Rupa Goswami Pad says. Prabhupada was asked, how did you get Krishna Consciousness Society name? Krishna Consciousness. Why not God Consciousness or Chaitanya Consciousness or something? Why Krishna Consciousness? Prabhupada said, from that verse of Rupa Goswami Pad, where it says you need only one quality, greed. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati Kriyatam Judikotopi Labhati. Then next comes Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya, he exhibited, look, just by Tulasi and Salagram worshipping, I awoke from his beautiful resting place in Milk Ocean. Mahaprabhu says, Suya Chinu Shira Samudra Bhitare, Moro Nidra Bhanga Hoilo Narar Honkare. This Advaita Acharya woke me up. So Advaita Acharya, we need his mercy. What is that? Simple process. Two things he did for us. One is he established very simple way. He told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no rules, regulation. They can chant anywhere, anytime, any place. Mahaprabhu says, all right. And no eligibility. Anybody can chant. Mahaprabhu says, all right. To Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya also brought Mahaprabhu while we are in human form of life. We are indebted to him. So we also take shelter of Advaita Acharya. And then you take shelter, finally, Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur is the only member of Panchatattva who is Jiva Tattva like us. He is the origin Jiva Tattva, Prabhupada said. He assisted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in organizing this daily Sankirtan in Navadvip. And he has so much feeling for us. Why? Because we are in the same group. If you are hungry and there is another your own native friend tells you, oh, there is a nice place to eat. How do you feel? You feel more comfortable because all the restaurant has a meat and all other things. You cannot go there. Similarly, This experience of Krishna consciousness is so high. Maybe Krishna can enjoy, Mahaprabhu can enjoy. Do I have a right? Maybe no. Srivas Thakur says, no, you have a right. I am the Tatastha Shakti also like you. I am Jiva. I am the origin Jiva Shakti. Come, all the Jivas are welcome. Through me, all can enter. This is wonderful. It's like a very difficult to buy the ticket for $1 million, but you know the gatekeeper, your cousin brother, he said, just get in, free. Like this. Srivas Thakur allows us to go inside. Such a wonderful access we have. So because of the time, I'm going to end a little story of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. How did he do? How did he exhibited that we can get? He quoted this verse, Adda Bodhise Lila Kore Gaurarai, Kono Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Dekhi Bare Pai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila is actually happening all over the world. You want to have access? You better prepare if you want to enter there. You can enter there from anywhere. Srila Prabhupada saw Lord Shiva, Narad Muni dancing in Dallas, Texas, in New York. So you have a access of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Sankirtan movement, wherever you are. Only thing you need, greed. I want to experience this. Come as a submissive servant of the servant. If the gatekeeper asks you, who are you? Don't say, my name is Hardik Patel. You have to say, I am a servant of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay, come in. You say Hardik Patel, we don't know, get out. No entrance. Be very careful. You really have to have a identity check in Krishna consciousness. You are a servant of your guru. Prabhupada is a Shiksha Guru for 10,000 years. Anybody can claim who is practicing that Prabhupada is my Shiksha Guru. Yes, I'm a Shiksha disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Gate open for you. Wonderful. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, middle of the night. Those days, Mayapur was not known. What Mayapur today is unbelievable. Even in my time in late 70s, I never saw Mayapur like this. It was still jungle. You could hear jackals, howls, and all this. But today, Mayapur is big. When Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur started, 1929, it was real jungle. Tiger, they were there in Mayapur. And no road. But Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur got up in the middle of the night. This is Bharati Maharaj revealed this secret. And he was sleeping on the bottom floor with some brahmacharis. And Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur got down from the second floor and he started walking. And they're thinking, he is thinking. In the middle of the night, where is going? Our Prabhupada. So as he sneaked out to see, he started following from a far distance. Then he started hearing some sound of kirtan, Tumal Chow's kirtan, like thousands of people. Then he looked around, it's all dark, spooky dark. Where is this kirtan coming from? Like a loudspeaker. So loud and louder and louder and louder. It became so louder, like a millions people chanting, Jai Gaur Hari, Jai Sachinandan, Jai Sachinandan. Then that Maharaj fainted. He doesn't even remember anything. After a little time, all of a sudden, that sound woke him up, that kirtan. And then he saw Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur walking back. And then it was revealed next day. Mahaprabhu, and then Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says, yes, in Jogopit, kirtan is going on. It will be going on all over the world. If somebody is eligible, he can enter in. That's all. So I'm requesting also you please bless me, pray for me, and I'll pray for you, and I will pray definitely to Mahaprabhu. So this way we all can enter in this Sankirtan movement. Physically we can be in America, but spirit, soul level, we can enter into Golok Vrindavan that appears here. In any town and village, it doesn't matter. Everywhere the Sankirtan movement will take place next 10,000 years. So dear devotees, please chant. The last mantra is very beautiful. This is spoken by Prabodhananda Saraswati. He says, if you just chant Gaur name and you invite the Lord Gauranga to enter in your heart, you will see Radharani's lotus feet there and Krishna's lotus feet there. So this is the verse 1.3. This is Rupa Goswami Pad blessing, and Srila Prabhupada gave a beautiful comment. He said we should meditate on this. So I'm going to read the translation and then repeat after me. Translation: may that Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, is transcendently situated in the innermost chamber of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in this age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant spiritual knowledge of the mellow taste of his service. So please repeat after me. Anarpita charim chirat,
Anarpita charim chira,
Arunaya avatirna kalau,
Arunaya avartirna kalo,
Samarpaitum
Samarpaitum
Unnata Ujjala
Unnata Ujjala
Rasam
Rasam
Sabhakti Sriyam
Sabhakti Sriyam
Harihi Purata Sundara
Hari Purata Sundaram
Duti Kadamba
Dhuti Kadamva
Sandipitaha
Nandipitaham
Sada Ridaya Kandare
Sada Ridaya Kandare
Spuratu Ba Sachinandana.
Spuratu Ba Sachinandana.
Now please repeat after this wonderful verse that guarantee you'll get Radharani's lotus feet. But to get that before, you need Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. To get that before, you need Guru's lotus feet in your heart, not outside, in your heart. So please repeat after me. Jatha Jatha Gaura Padara Binde
Yatha Yatha Gaura Padara Vinde
Bindet Bhakti
Vindeta Bhakti
Krita Punnarasi
Rita Punnarasi
Tatha Tatha Sarapati
Tatha Tatha Sarapati
Ridhi Akashmat
Hridhi Akasmat
Radha Padambuja
Radha Padambuja
Sudhamburasi.
Sudamburasi.
So I pray that you all get love of Godhead, and with that love of Godhead, you serve Mahaprabhu, and you will see the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani and Krishna right there in your heart. You don't have to travel anywhere. Wherever you are, spiritually, just stay there and serve the divine couple under Mahaprabhu's guidance. Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Bol. Any discussion, any questions, or we have a few minutes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Any question, comments, or reflection?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing, especially the examples you gave that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given love of Godhead without considering any qualification, then why we are not feeling? And the two example of check and the gem was so relevant. And also you mentioned how to approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the firm faith in Guru, firm faith in Vaishnavas, and the mood is servant of the servant of the servant.
Very good, very good. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's evidence in everywhere in the Shastra. I have collected almost all the Puranas, most of the Puranas, prominent Puranas, most of the Vedas, Mahaprabhu's appearance is identified. If somebody interested, you can find out. It's all there. But nobody knew. Even Ramanujacharya did not know. Can you imagine? Ramanujacharya, he is a Anantasesh expansion. He did not know that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is coming. He said, I never heard that name. Then he found out, actually in some Shastra, that name is there. So if a great Acharya could not recognize, common people have no clue. In Miami, I see Saranga Prabhu there. In Miami, they will have no clue unless some devotee like Saranga Prabhu goes and give them Krishna consciousness. It's not possible anybody to know. Mahaprabhu is very hidden. Also, another reason is Mahaprabhu never promoted himself. Lord Krishna promoted himself. He declared Bhagavad Gita, who he is. He boldly said, very straightforward, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. I am the source of everything, everything comes from me. Straight, very straight. But Mahaprabhu always hidden. Even if somebody told him he is the Supreme Lord, he was blocking his ear and do not. So that's why Mahaprabhu is not well known in the world for many reasons. These are the few reasons. And but Mahaprabhu has the highest gift for all this soul. And Mahaprabhu says he is not going to distribute everywhere by himself. He said, I'll distribute through the devotee. I'll enter in their heart. So if we preach, if we distribute, then definitely Mahaprabhu will be easily sitting in your heart. That's a secret key. Thank you.
To say something.
Lecture and for enlightening us about the appearance, about Mahaprabhu's glory. It was very enlightening for me, and I'm sure everyone has got this nectar from you. We will now start with the Abhishek for the deities.
Okay.
So, shall we start, Prabhuji? Or we will. Does anyone else have any questions?
They're all convinced they're going to have that access of Mahaprabhu's mercy. So let's do the Abhishek Mata.
Thank you.
Let's chant 3 times before we do this. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One more time.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Krishna Pinda ki jai, Paramanande Hari Hari Bol, Kripa Sindhu Vacha, Patitanam Pavani Bho Vaishnavi Bho Namo Nama.
You're going to show the.
Yes. Also.
Yeah, start singing the.
So now we will do Abhishek and I will share the screen so you all can watch.
And Hare Krishna, this is the best.
Yes.
Start the Kirtan. No one is here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sorry, much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
You can start translation of Gaura, and then you can start.
So now Durga Mataji will sing Nava Gauravaram, but before we will read the translation. Anyone wants to start?
I can start.
Yes.
Translation 1. His complexion is the hue of fresh cream tinged with kumkum. He is the ever-fresh Cupid who shoots arrows of newly blossoming flowers. He bears newer and newer modes of emotional ecstasies. He is fond of performing novel dances. He makes ever new jokes that cause much laughter. His brilliant luster is like freshly cast gold. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
He is endowed with ever fresh love of Godhead. His radiant luster is like the color of fresh butter. His fresh attire is arranged in ever new fashions. He relishes ever new mellows of love for Krishna. He shines in ninefold new ways while executing the ninefold process of devotion. He is permeated with a most auspicious loving nature. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
He is absorbed in devotion to Sri Hari. He maintains the chanting of the names of Hari. While chanting, he counts the holy names on the fingers of his hands. He is addicted to the name of Hari. He always has tears of love welling in his eyes. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Anyone wants to read number 4?
Yeah. He is always, 1 minute, sorry. He is always removing the suffering of material existence for mankind. He is the goal of life for persons who are dedicated to their supreme interest. He inspires men to become like honeybees, eager for the honey of Krishna Prema. He removes the burning fever of the material world. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Sridhi Prabhu, are you there? Vanamali Prabhu.
I'm driving, Prabhu.
Okay.
Okay, I will read
I
the
can read.
first one.
Okay.
He motivates pure devotion onto himself. He is the most attractive to his beloved servitors. By his dramatic dancing, he exhibits the characteristics of the king of paramours. He causes the minds of beautiful young village women to dance. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Matsachi.
Kishwari Mataji also.
He plays kartals as his throat emits sweet melodious sounds, and the vibrant notes of the veena are softly played. He thus inspires the devotees to perform dramatic dancing that is infused with aspects of his own devotional service. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
He is accompanied by the Sankirtana movement, which is the religious practice for the age of Kali. He is the son of Nanda Maharaja, come again. He is the extraordinarily brilliant ornament of the earth. His preaching mode is suitably adapted to the cycle of birth and death. His conscience is fixed in meditation on his own form of Krishna. He is always accompanied by his transcendental abode. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
His eyes, the soles of his feet, and his clothing are reddish like the color that heralds the rising sun. As he utters his own name, his voice flatters. He awakens a sweet flavor of of to life throughout the universe. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. We'll show the darshan. Mataji. So after darshan, we can read the bhajan. I mean, sing the bhajan. Okay, okay, we can start. Durga Mataji, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Nava Gauravaram Nava Pushpasaram Nava Bhavadaram Nava Lasyaparam Nava Gauravaram Nava Pushpasaram
Pushpasaram Nava Bhavadaram
Navabhavaram
Nava Prema
Asyaparam Navahasyakaram Navahemavaram Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram
Navahasyaparam Navahemavaram Pranamami Sati Sutta Gauravaram
Navapremayutam Navanitasucham Navaveshakrutam Navapremarasam
Nava Premayutam Nava Nitasutam Nava Vesakrutam Nava Premarasam
Navadha Vilasat Supapremamayam Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram
Navadha Vilasat Subhapremayam
Mamayam
Pranamami
Pranamami
Sachi
Sachi Sutta
Gauravaram
Gauravaram Hari Bhakti Param Hari Namadharam Tarajapyakaram Hari Nama Param हरिभक्ति परं हरिनामधरं करदाप्यकरं हरिनामपरं नयने सततं प्रणयाश्रुधरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
श्रुधरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
सततं जनता भवतापहरं परमार्थपरायणलोकगतिं सततं जनता भवतापहरं परमार्थपरायणलोकगतिं नवलेहकरं जगतापहरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
नवलेहकरं जगतापहरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
निजभक्तिकरं प्रियचारुतरं नटनाट्यननागरराजकुलं निजभक्तिकरं
प्रिय चारुतरं नटनागरराजकुलम्
नटनाट्यननागरराजकुलं कुलकामिनि मानसलास्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
कुलकामिनि मानसलास्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
करतालवनं कलकण्ठरवं मृदुवाद्यसुवीनिकया मधुरं करतालवनं
मधुरम्
निजभक्तिगुणावृतनाट्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
निज भक्ति गुणावृत नाट्यकरम् प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
युगधर्मयुतं पुनर्नन्दसुतं धरणीसुचित्रं भवभावोचितम्
युगधर्मयुतं गुणनन्दसुतं धरणीसुचित्रं भवभावोचितम्
तनुध्यानचितं निजवासयुतं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
अनुध्यानहितं निजयुतं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
अरुणं नयनं चरणं वसनं वदने स्खलितं स्वकनामधरम् अरुणं नयनं चरणं वसनं वदने स्खलितं स्वकनामधरं कुरुते सुरसं जगताजीवनं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
कुरुते सुरसं जगताजीवनं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरम्
प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरम्
प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरम् हरे कृष्णा
प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुत गौरवरम्
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे
हरे गौर हरि बोल
Thank you very much, Mataji, for the Kirtan.
थैंक यू
Let's sing the other Gaura will keep everything ready. So in the meanwhile, you can do the Hare Krishna mantra quickly. Huh? Start. I think Prabhuji is on the way. He's on the way. Yeah. So let's sing the Hare Krishna mantra for some time, please. And then we will do the Gaura. I'm getting ready for the Gaura.
Anyone wants to lead Kirtan? Durga Mataji, Padma Mataji.
No, Prabhu.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hmm? Just directly. You told the Prabhu is coming.
Prabhu, I'm in this parking. I'm in this building. What is this wood? What is it called? The wood, the mountain woods. That complex, Prabhu. Houses are circling. Okay.
You want me to come outside?
Yeah, I don't know. Is this the right? Mataji told me to put mountain woods as a direction. Is mountain woods and 1021 Beacon Parkway same thing? Or what?
Yes, bro.
Okay, so I'm here.
Yes, he is here.
You can also call, you can introduce this Mataji's husband, Durga Mataji's husband. He's downstairs. Jala Prabhu is here?
Yes.
Okay, Durga Mataji's husband is there, so they can talk because they are from the same state. You can also call him inside. Let me put the screen for her.
Prabhu, which car you are in outside?
I'm here. You are red car, right? Prabhu?
Yes.
Yeah, I am in front of the apartment here.
To come upstairs.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we will do Gaura Aarti, but we will read the translation first. Okay. So actually you can see this is the original neem tree where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth under this neem tree. That's why his name was Nimai. This is the picture from Mayapur town. As you can see, holy birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, child Nimai and his parents under the neem tree. Haribol, Prabhu, yes. So let's all read the translation.
Shall I start, Hardik?
Yes.
All glories to the beautiful Arati ceremony of Lord Chaitanya. This Gaura Arati is taking place in a in a grove on the banks of the Jahnavi Ganges and is attracting the minds of all living entities in the universe. Refrain 1. The splendor of Lord Gauranga's Chaitanya Arati attracts the mind of all living entities of the universe.
I'll read second one. O Lord Chaitanya's right side is Lord Nityananda, and on his left is Sri Dadar. Nearby stands Sri Advaita, and Srinivasa Thakur is holding an umbrella over Lord Chaitanya's head.
Lord Chaitanya has sat down on a jeweled throne, and the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, perform the Aarti ceremony.
Narahari Shankara and other associates of Lord Chaitanya fan him with chamaras, and devotees headed by Sanjaya Pandita, Mukunda Datta, and Vasu Ghosha sing sweet Kirtana. Padma, do you want to read?
Yes. Conch shells, bells, and kartals resound, and the mrudangas play very sweetly. This kirtana music is supremely sweet and relish able to hear. Refrain 2. Conch shells resound, bell sounds, sweetness, sweetness, and sweetness resounds.
Prachi, do you want to read?
Yes, Mataji. The brilliance of Lord Chaitanya's face conquers millions upon millions of moons, and the garland of forest flowers around his neck shines.
Lord Shiva, Sukadeva Goswami, and Narada Muni are all there, and their voices are choked with ecstasy of transcendental love. Thus, Thakura Bhakti Vinoda envisions the glory of Lord Sri Chaitanya. Hardik, do we have any other sloka?
Mataji, yes, Mataji is doing offering, and we will start the. Just a second, okay? Sorry.
Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, thank you,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thanks.
Yes.
Can you do the Gaura Aarti? Can you do the Aarti for the devotees?
She is making. I'm going to make the offering also. So all at once we can do together everything. Shall we start? Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati
Gaura Sampada Bhakti Vinoda Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Prabhu, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Jaya Radha Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patmaswami, Nayana Patmaswami. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patmaswami, Nayana Patmaswami. Jaya Gaura Nitam, Jaya Gaura Nitam, Gaura Nitam, Jaya Gaura Nitam, Jaya Gaura Nitam, Jaya Gaura Nitam, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya 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 Gaura Hari Bol, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, इसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की जय, गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय, भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाराज की जय, जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्रीदास ठाकुर की जय, जय श्री कृष्ण जय, प्रेम से गौर श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, ये द्वैत राधा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री भगवान मुक्ति भूषण की जय, गौर पूर्णिमा महोत्सव की जय। All glories to Sri Devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Sri Devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Sri Devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Krishna Prabhupada. speak this also.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. It's 5 minutes and then I'm back for him. 1 minute. Mataji is there. Mataji, I'm packing for you.
Mataji, my husband already left, Mataji. Don't pack for us.
Tell her I'm packing.
No, he already left, Mataji.
Are you? Mataji.
That's okay, don't worry.
He won't come.
Mm-mm.
He's upset. It became late.
Oh no, Mataji, that's okay. I'm just telling you, don't pack for us.
Please, if you don't
No, Mataji.
No, you can you?
No, Mataji, it's very far away. No. I'll take next time. Don't worry, please.
I can give it, Mataji, no problem.
No, Hardik. No, it's too far away, Hardik. Don't worry, please.
No, it's Gaur Purnima Prasad, so auspicious.
No, Hardik, it's too far away for you. I don't want to trouble you, please.
No, it's not trouble, Mataji.
No, Hardik. It's like almost 12 miles or 13 miles away.
That's 15-20 minutes, no problem.
Can you have it?
Yes.
Ayo, Hardik, no, Hardik, please.
It's okay, yeah. Hardik, you don't mind, no?
No.
Okay.
Oh, somebody is coming. Somebody is coming.
I don't know.
Okay, now, I'll just pack all the things. Can you ask whoever is wanting to come in just put it in the WhatsApp that we are having Prashad, so you can come and pick it up, even those who didn't come. So how was your travel, Prabhu? You were able to identify this place? Hasn't had.
No problem.
Very good. I just.
These are the deities, Mother.
Yes, these are the deities.
So you only bring them on Gaura? They are there.
No, they're there on the altar. Yes.
How many rooms there, Mother?
Just one. There are about 4 rooms along with the bath.
Oh.
We have a kitchen and then a hall and a bed and then this one.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, this apartments is the best one in this area.
Is that right now?
Yes. By Krishna Mercy, I did not actually. What happened was I was staying within the campus.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, those people said you have to vacate in 2 months. Everyone in the building because they're going to renovate it.
Oh, okay.
So we were like, it was 90% Indians in that community, in that apartment. And I was there for 8 years. And finally, they said you all have to get.
So you've been here a long time, Mother. How long have you been here? How many years?
I've been here since I came, Prabhu.
When? No. How many years?
I came here in 2006.
2006. Oh, we did apply green card then. Oh.
That's why I messed it up towards the end.